see for my school at the box. Compared to other girls, you be boss. I feel the special energy between us. Every time you smile, I feel the rush. Blessing my girl, you just me. All my Christmas, I don't pass me. Somebody help me call my mommy. Honey, my dumb man's at boom, yo.
Welcome to the TNN platform. It's the new Nigerian. We're proud to introduce Tyler Vibe to the platform. We're proud to welcome you on board. The TNN stands for the new Nigerian. And as you can tell, you are a new Nigerian. You are going to shape, you and your generation will shape another destiny for Nigeria. And we're happy that you're immediately making an impact in the music industry. Thank you very much for that. Let's start by getting to know Tyler Vibe. Let's start by how old you are. Introduce yourself to your audience. How would you introduce yourself to your crowd?
Hi, I'm Tyler Vibe. I'm 13 and I'm from Nigeria, and I was born in America, and I started music at the age of 10, and I was influenced by my dad's other artists. So I was so overwhelmed at the moment. I felt like maybe I should try on my own because I wanted to influence others by my music or how it made me feel. So
tell us how music makes you feel. What triggers you when you listen to music?
I feel so, how do I explain it? I feel so touched. Anytime I listen to music, it just changes just changes.
It changes your mood.
Yeah, changes your mood.
Excellent. I know you will get used to interviews because the more success you have, the more interviews you're going to do. So one thing you must do is always feel free to express yourself. Don't be shy at all. Let your emotions out. That's what your crowd and your audience want to see. Now, tell us about daddy and mommy. Tell us about their influence on you, and tell us what you love about your parents.
Well, my dad owns his own record label called #Entertainment, and I'm part of a special group called #Mafia. You can go and follow them on Instagram and Facebook as well. Well, my mom, she has her own business. She owns a tech company that she's building right now. She just finished an app called Core, which helps in dispatching. So, well, the thing I love the most about them is that they're so encouraging, and I'm so happy that they support me all the way on my journey.
Fantastic. Now, where do you intend to get to? Tell us where you want your music to go to, what message you want to send out with your music to the next generation, to people so that they can enjoy it.
Well, the main thing I'm trying to do here is to create a different type of tune. No cursing, no exposure, just pure, plain pure. Create something new that will influence others and change their entire way of hearing music. Wow.
I completely understand that. No cursing, no swearing. You want to send a message. What particular message to the Nigerian youth? What kind of hope can you give them?
I want to talk more about our culture and my experiences, and to motivate others, to telling them also that they can become musicians as well.
Give us an experience you had, a beautiful experience that you had in your maybe in your primary school, or something that's made you happy.
Well, I remember my graduation. I was rapping from my whole school, pace setters, and while I was rapping for the school, I just felt overwhelmed. Even though I felt overwhelmed, I felt the crowd pouring their attention into me. Like anytime just I was just so proud of myself at the moment. So
Give us quickly bust a rap that you did in the school graduation, just like 2 lyrics.
Well, that was like 2 years ago, so I'm not sure if I can remember.
I understand what you're saying. No problem. Let's go to your mom. If we focus the camera on your mom. Thank you for joining us, madam. It's a privilege having you on TNN.
Yes.
Tyler Vibe's mom.
Yes.
Thank you for your support. Tell us a bit about yourself and your inspirations.
My name is Buchi Mogaji. I started off way back in broadcasting with Dark Communications. Then I also worked in aerospace manufacturing in the US, and I studied in University of East London. That's before I met my husband, Mr. Bola Mogaji. So that they won't say he cradle snatched me for my master's degree. So we met eventually in England. I had to go from the US to England. Then I studied in England and I spent time and I fell in love with his dad. And we've been friends and best partners for the past 18 years. We both own different companies. We own a real estate company here in Nigeria doing a lot of marketing. And we also own a tech company, like my son had already said. But we've also always gone into financial inclusion in Nigeria, trying to expand the footprint of banks across Nigeria, making sure that those that are less privileged who do not have bank accounts can have them. And we've had quite a bit of success. So we had to pull back and say, okay, we're not getting any younger, and we needed to improve on what we do. So we decided to do tech. So we're going into fintech right now. And as for my son, Tyler, I had him quite old when I was a little bit older, not when I was young. But he has been, from the first day I set my eyes on him, you see how I smile? That's how it's been for me and him. He's I don't know how the father would take it, but he's my number one. He's always been very smart. He's always spoken his mind. He's shy now, but when you leave him with his mates, he's all out there. And he started loving music when we came back home into Nigeria and his dad started his record label. So he had to spend a lot of time with all the other artists. Just one day, he went into the studio, came out and told me, Mommy, I'm what do you call it? I don't blow. I'm like, what is going on? And they sent me Sugar Rush. I heard Sugar Rush on the radio, and I couldn't believe that's my own child. So since that day on, initially I was like, he needs to do tech, he needs to be a billionaire. But when I see the way he puts out songs, I said to myself, okay, so I'm going to be the manager. If Burna Boy's mom can support him, then I can. And that's what I want to do for him. And that's what we, the parents, have been doing. His father has been teaching him so much. He's not only learning about the song, he's also learning about the business of the music industry so that he can manage himself at some point, because that's the problem a whole lot of artists have. So we are very supportive of him. We love him for who he is, and we can't wait for him to be more successful.
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Hashtag Mafia, hashtag entertainment. Can we know a bit more about hashtag entertainment? Is Mr. Bola Mogaji available, or can Ms. Mogaji? Yes.
Mr. Mogaji is not available. In 5 minutes, he'll be able to join us. But I can tell you a little bit about hashtag Mafia before he joins us. Hashtag Mafia has a number of young artists of different genre, and they are all very talented. Some of them, I don't know the names of the music or the kind of genre they are, but what I notice is that they can go to play music like the likes of Wizkid, then they go to do, what's that? Reggae, then all sorts, and they are very talented bunch. The reason they call themselves the Mafia is because they are a family. They're so tight-knit. He makes sure everybody is together. He's not only, he wasn't only teaching them how to be a good artist, he also puts a lot of effort into teaching them how to be a good person. And hashtag Mafia gets support in whatever career they're in. So it's not just about music. Some of them have other skill sets, and he would push them. Some of them are radio engineers, some of them different things. So they're very close and tight-knit. They have producers amongst them, they have video editors among them, but they're all artists. And they're artists that support each other totally. So Mr. Mother, you'll be able to explain more because
yes. We'll wait for him.
Yes, about the hashtag Mafia. So
absolutely. Right, let's go back. Go on.
And Tyler Vibe is the youngest artist on the label. So he's the baby of the house for them. So Mr. Mogaji is here to talk further about hashtag Mafia.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, he joins in.
Right.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Hello. Thank you for coming on board. We're much grateful. So let's talk about the inspiration for creating hashtag
entertainment as a brand.
Yes, as a brand. What was the motivation? What was the inspiration? What did you see that made you decide to go into that type of business? Let's know if it was to help the youth. Your thoughts about that, please.
Well, thanks for having us. Well, for hashtag entertainment, it started from actually Setting Up Music. Setting Up Music used to promote a lot of gospel music within the UK, within the Nigerian environment, because I always thought doing secular music was easy. But gospel music always requires for you to be musically strong. Your vocals had to be better. You had to know what you're doing to even have any chance of getting known within the gospel music industry. So I've been in that for about 20 years and trying to apply a little bit of the business knowledge that I had into it. But I realized that the platforms for gospel music are restrained either by the churches or by the pastors. And the artists themselves don't understand the value of who they are and what they have in terms of this intellectual property called music. So it gave me an opportunity when I came back to diversify, and I had a lot of great talent around me within that Ikeja end, from Omole to Magodo to Ojota. That's just that area. And the amount of talent that I could find. I mean, I remember there was somebody that came into our record label studio, and he did a rap. And when he finished the rap, he showed us some of the stuff he's produced. So we thought to go and surprise him one day, and then only to find out that he was living in a shack made of wood, old wood. He built the wood just by the fence of somebody, and he was living there. So to have seen me, he got so surprised, he was almost in tears, because this is a guy who sleeps on the bench within that small shack. So we signed him on and started working, etc., etc. So that's how we started people. And then, of course, because my son would always be around, a lot of these very, very talented vocalists and producers and all, he too had just picked up a knack for it. So at the moment, hashtag entertainment has, initially we used to have about 10 or 11 artists. We have about 5 of them at the moment in various genres, from rapping like Olamide, which is like almost like a hip hop in the Yoruba realm, which is Oluwadamzi, to Boy Skill, to Flawless, who is one of our other music producers. And then you then have Aikul and Tyler Vibe. But, you know, we've just been blessed, even with the guys that have had to leave, either because of character issues or attitudes that we were trying to curtail. I mean, some of these guys, God help us. Look, Nigeria is in a situation where we have to pray for Nigeria and our younger generation, because a lot of them don't see hard work as paying anymore. They are looking towards this Yahoo kind of business because of the fast money. And truly, sometimes when they have demands from home and they're still trying to plow into their future, and their mother calls them from home and says, look, your dad is almost dying. We need money for medication and all. We support as much as we can, but if they can get fast money, where you can be rest assured that some of them will turn it. But hey, at the same time, while I'm doing that, they're trying to create an opportunity for Tyler Vibe.
Absolutely. We have some of your music on TNN. I believe we have I Cool, and there's the other one you mentioned. We have both of them. We have their music on TNN. Thank you very much for that. We hope that we'll keep playing your music. Now, a very quick question before we go back to Tyler Vibe. When Tyler Vibe came up to you and said, Daddy, I want to play music, how did you feel? Tell us, give us that scenario the people would like to know. It might encourage other young children to approach their parents with what they want to do.
I think, if I remember it well, I think the mother, I mentioned two scenarios. The first one, the mother already mentioned, which was, I think she was based in Abuja at that time. So she sent him in to come hang out with his father for the 2 weeks midterm break that he had. So before I came back from the studio with the other artists, they had cooked up something. And the boy walks up to me and says, Daddy, I don't blow. You know, that kind of feel.
Yeah.
I said, okay, what are you guys up to? And all that. I said, I should follow him into the studio and come and hear this stuff that he's done. So I go into the studio and they play Sugar Rush. And then, of course, I was bloody excited, but I kind of kept my calm. I said, well, you guys made a bit of mistake here. You made a mistake here. You guys go and correct it. So the fact that I didn't say no, I guess made them also feel excited. So they went back and did the correction and came back with a better product, which I sent to the mom. The mom went crazy. The second part had to do with one of the days we were driving along, and he saw kids his age who were begging on the street. And you have a lot of that in Nigeria at the moment, either trying to wipe the screen of your car or something. And, you know, he kind of felt that they should be in school from what he said. And that if he was going to do this music thing, that he would try and see what he would do to try and see how he could support some of this. So when we started on the EP, what did you say?
That's when we started.
About when you make money or you make profit?
When we make money or when we make profit, that we would like to donate some of them to most of the kids who cannot afford school by themselves, and provide for them if they can provide for themselves.
So it's like setting up a support system for some of these kids who may have the need to want to go to school and who don't have the finances or who are not as lucky as himself, so that they can have an opportunity. So yeah, it's become more than just the music for him, but more of a humanitarian perspective. So which is good.
Brilliant, fantastic. The audience will soak this up, they will lap it up, and I'm sure that you'll be an inspiration to a new set of artists, upcoming artists, especially kids your age, you know. Hopefully they'll get influence from you. They'll want to be like you, and you can only go up and up. And by the grace of God, you might become a future leader, you know. You must not forget your education as well. Tell me a bit about your education. Where have you got to in education at the moment? What levels are you at?
Well, I'm 8th grade, and my last result, I got straight A's.
Fantastic.
So I'm proud of myself, and I wish that I could provide for other people who can go to school, because there's so many other brilliant children that don't have the opportunity to go to school, and I believe that we can help them to go to school, learn different things.
It's 12 o'clock.
And I just feel so sad anytime I see my children my age or younger, they're on the street begging for food. They don't have enough food to eat. And I feel so touched by that. And I feel that if I had the chance to help them, I would. So that's why I think that if I start making money with my music, I could help them.
I'll tell you something. If that word if is not a subject of history, I would like you to replace it with when. When I start to make money, I hope that I'll be able to, so always cast yourself in the positive, because you're manifesting the positive. There's no going back on that. As long as you keep a straight track, as long as you're hardworking and dedicated to what you do, then there's no longer an if, but a how and a when. Okay? Excellent. So, your first album, Sugar Rush, isn't it?
Yes.
Coming out on the 25th?
Single.
That was the first. The Baby Shark is the first single. We're releasing that
next
on the
25th.
Then the EP drops.
EP drops in 1 month later in July.
Okay,
but the first song he ever did was Sugar Rush.
Sugar Rush.
Yes, we pushed that. That was about a year and a half ago. But this one we're focusing more on, because on the EP he has about 6 songs. But the first thing we're pushing out is the single Baby Shark.
So Baby Shark is out on. I've heard a bit of Baby Shark. It's very lovely. I like the background beats. Your voice is fantastic. I played it to a few people and they said it's got the what's his name? The Wizkid kind of sound, but it is different. It's different because it's not Wizkid, it's Tyler vibe, There's a distinction in it. Hopefully when we get the LP, we'll love to put the videos on TNN and we'll keep pushing it. Now, having said that, there's a lot of artists in diaspora, Nigerians who are doing well. I'll give you an example. I've tried to introduce him to your dad previously. His name is J Yellow L. I don't know if you play FIFA.
I do.
Yeah. Now he has a track on FIFA 2020. He's on the TNN platform, the music page. If you have time, go and have a look at it. What I intend to do, with the permission of your parents, of course, is when we finish this conversation, I'm going to forward it to him to have a look, because I believe there's something there in collaborating. This is what we do on TNN. We try and get the best in diaspora with the best in Nigeria to do something, to collaborate. So I'm going to push your music towards J Yellow L and several others. We've got a couple in Germany. We've got some in America. So what we intend to do eventually is to have a lovely podcast with all of you together and see if you guys can collaborate to do something. This will happen definitely within the next few months. But I want you to please tell them what you would like, how you would frame it. So if you had a chance to speak with an artist in diaspora, what would you require from them and what would you want to do with them?
Okay. That would be great.
I think since I'm going to be featuring, or they're going to feature me in different songs, I think we should create an album for that, consisting, like, it could be on our culture, it could be on our experiences. Well, but when I have the chance,
Smart lad.
when I have the chance, I'll make the most of it and try my best.
That's what we want to hear. Always try your best. There's ups and downs. Life is not as easy as it seems sometimes, but there's a belief system that we have. As long as you're doing something and you're doing it well, you will succeed in it. Take, for example, what your dad said. Hashtag Entertainment has been building for over 20 years and is still going. If he'd relented, it won't be at this stage it is in right now. So you must always put that in the back of your mind. When you have the down days, you know, don't give up. Just keep working hard. Your parents are a motivation to you, and you live their experience every day. You know, we've pretty much covered everything. We're introducing Tyler Vibe to the world from our platform. We will also put it on all other platforms that we run. We will share it with other people as well. It will be on Facebook, it will be on Instagram, it will be on Twitter. We'll send the links to your parents. I just want to end the conversation by saying, thank you so much. You will be an inspiration to the next generation. Mr. and Mrs. Mogaji, thank you for giving me this opportunity to be one of the first to interview the great Tyler Vibe.
You are the first.
Fantastic to be the first to interview the great Tyler Vibe. When you blow, blow. When you blow, blow. Don't forget today, you know. Always look back to today and say, I remember when I did my first interview, you know. I'm most grateful for your time. Hopefully, as the years go by, we will be opportune to do more interviews with you to document your progress as well. I understand your parents have things to do today. It's Sunday, it's Father's Day. I hope you got Daddy a lovely gift. I'm actually wearing a shirt my son got for me. I'll introduce him to you sometime. See if you can be an inspiration to him as well. Thank you so much for your time, the Mogaji family.
Thank you for having me.
I look forward to the album dropping on the 25th. I don't know what your dad is arranging, but TNN will definitely be wanting to donate 20,000 naira to the launching of your album. I will pass that on to your dad at some point before the 25th. Okay? And
thank you so very much.
Thank you for your time. I'm most grateful. You guys have a good day, and God bless everybody.
And thank you to all your team members too. Thank you for making this happen. And the viewers, we thank you.
Is there anything hashtag entertainment want to say to the viewers?
What do you want to say to the world? He's just smiling. He says thank you, and there's many more to come from the house of #entertainment. There's so many artists lined up, and this is just the beginning of the greater things to come.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time. You guys have a good afternoon.
And you too. Have a lovely one.
Follow Tyler Vibe on Instagram.
I'm going to follow. Yes, go on.
Facebook and Twitter. You can follow me on TikTok as well. I have 10,000 followers on Instagram. We just started our TikTok and Facebook, so you can go follow me there. And you can now pre-order my Baby Shark before the 25th. Be one of the early birds on Apple Music. You can pre-order that. Thank you for having us.
That's the best part of today. You've let the audience know exactly where we can reach you. I'll be one of the first to follow you now, and I'll pre-order on Apple Music, you said?
Yes.
I'll pre-order mine right away.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day. All right, people.
Bye.
Bye for now.